Welcome back for part 2 of What If Anakin Died When Padme Was Pregnant. Thank you for your support on part 1 of this What If. If you haven't seen the first part, the link will be in the description below. Ahsoka and Obi-Wan eventually descend through the skies of Skako Minor and land on the misty surface. Getting out of the ship, they had a bad feeling about what was about to happen, as they were soon surrounded by the native politics. Obi-Wan uses his famous negotiation skills and convinces the natives that they were not a threat, but they are disturbed by a rumbling from the hills. Separatist forces quickly surrounded them from every hilltop, led by the clattering frame of General Grievous. Ahsoka makes a move to the ship, but it immediately explodes after a small barrage of droid gunfire. With no choice but to fight, Obi-Wan and Ahsoka make giant leaps over the top of the Separatist forces and use nearby stones to push the droids to awaiting politics. Whilst this tactic worked for a while, they were still being overwhelmed. Obi-Wan uses some of the anger he had been storing since the death of Anakin, flying at Grievous aggressively. The cyborg is taken by surprise and uses two of his blades to block the attack, but Obi-Wan was in no mood for mercy. Flickering between light and dark, he began pushing Grievous to the edge of a cliff face, then force pushed him across the valley, giving him time to recover. Obi-Wan and Ahsoka guided the locals away from the lower ground as they investigated the signal from the nearby tower base. Entering its ruins, a single holo-projector remained, emitting a monotonous pulse. Inspecting the source closer, they have no time to react to it exploding and sending them flying across the landscape. Ahsoka was the first to wake up. Looking for Obi-Wan amongst the wreckage, she saw no sign of the Jedi Master. Going back to the battle, Ahsoka finds an abandoned Separatist ship and flies back to Coruscant. Going straight to the Jedi Temple, Mace Windu blocks her path, stating that the fate of Obi-Wan was a Jedi matter, but the other Jedi allow her in. Ahsoka recounts herself and Obi-Wan attempting to trace the signal from Skako Minor, but that they have been ambushed by Separatist forces. Yoda meditates deep in thought, but is interrupted by the central holo-projector flickering into life. Chancellor Palpatine advises the Jedi to get to the Senate building immediately, as Count Dooku's hologram was present. The Jedi rush over to the Senate building and seat themselves in Palpatine's Senate pod, and find Dooku's hologram dragging the unconscious body of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ahsoka is in shock, but at least he was still alive. Dooku offers to trade Obi-Wan in return for the complete occupation of Skako Minor, and the Jedi have to accept the offer, as Obi-Wan was too valuable to lose. The Jedi Master is deposited in front of the temple steps, and he is not in a good state. He is placed in the capable hands of Jedi healers, and soon brought back to health. Opening his eyes, the Jedi surrounding his bed flinch. Obi-Wan had clearly been exposed to the dark side, his eyes glowing yellow. Jumping out of his bed, he has to be restrained on his way back to the council chamber. The council members look on with concern, as Obi-Wan starts to remember what had happened under the torture of Dooku. He had repeatedly heard the name of Darth Sidious, and the Sith Lord being in control of the Senate, just as he had been told on Geonosis. The council do not have definitive proof, and with the Separatists closing in on Coruscant, they cannot put resources on Obi-Wan's suspicions, especially towards the end of the war. Obi-Wan's eyes light up in fury, as he felt that the council were disregarding what Anakin had sacrificed himself for, and stomped out. Obi-Wan, Ahsoka and Padme convene, and deduce that the council was becoming far too stubborn, and what Obi-Wan had heard needed to be investigated. But they were running out of options for help. Suddenly, R2-D2 wheeled into the room, and it gave Obi-Wan an idea. Having heard about what had happened to ARC Trooper 5s, the Jedi Master decides they should access the Republic database. Going to his cruiser, R2-D2 manages to find one of the last transmissions of Captain Rex, and it tells them to follow the instructions of 5s. Going to the nearby clone barracks, Ahsoka and Obi-Wan gather the Station 501st Legion and the 212th Battalion. After a powerful speech from Obi-Wan, which honoured Anakin and the clones, the troopers line up in a queue to have their chips removed. They now have data to work with, and using the Republic database again, they find contingency orders to kill the Jedi from the Supreme Chancellor. They realise that Dooku had been right. Running to the temple, Ahsoka and Obi-Wan stop in their tracks, as a large shadow covered them in darkness. That is it for part 2 of What If Anakin Died When Padme Was Pregnant. If you'd like to see a part 3 soon, please like this video, turn on your notification bell, and subscribe for more what ifs. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.